Hi, Leo. Welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Welcome back to anyone who has ever been here before. Welcome to any newcomers, and welcome back to me. Thank you to me. I've been away for a little over 2 weeks, and I am super excited to be back. I've done a couple of signs already, and I really missed this, so I'm happy to be doing this again. So, Leo, if I can get the deck up, I'm just gonna dive right in. We're having your spiritual path, your awakening path, as a foundation for this reading. That's always something that I take into account these days, because we're all on this awakening path, is how I feel anyway. I'm using these gorgeous fairy tarot cards by Doreen Virtue. The camera is gonna reverse the image, you'll see it, but that's how it is right now. So, two foundational cards for your overall, like, what's going on. There you go. First one out. Ooh. I see some falling in love here. Interesting. That's a general reading, so let's see where it takes us. And if you want to fast forward, please do. Sometimes it takes a bit to get these cards out, because I'm waiting for them to be, like, to pop out rather than, oh wow, and then you usually have two cards on the table to start with as a foundation, like as a basis for you where you're at, and then for some reason you get four. But maybe that's Leo. And it's not just any four. Oh Lord. Wow. So I'll show you in a second. This is so cool. It feels very separate, so that's very interesting. It's like it's giving you everything, like, all at once. It's like I get an all at once feeling. So maybe there's been a lot of nothing, and then a lot of something all at once. Two of Summer is coming out first, and just let me look at this card for a bit. It's a really high vibration because we have a lot of roses here. I keep telling this story that I picked up along the way somewhere. I don't know if it's a fact, but that's what Spirit keeps giving me. So I'm sort of going along with that story, that the rose out of all the flowers holds the highest vibration. And when the rose comes out, and then that is maybe why we give each other roses as a token of our love, to show each other love. But it's showing me here that love is in transformation, is what I'm getting. Love is in transformation. See if you can see this gorgeous. It's a fairy card deck, so we're going to get a lot of fairies here, but I see this as you being the fairy that is you're being courted. You're being, what do you say? Uppvaktad. Uppvaktad in Swedish. Courted? Somebody's giving you attention. There's somebody in specific that is giving you attention. And you see here on the bottom, all this red here, they are roses. And there's a blue butterfly in the midst of those roses. So there's some sort of transformation happening around love. Take that however that resonates with you, because it is a general reading. I feel like it is a romantic partner. It's not just a love of a friend or a love of a family member or coworker or anything like that. I feel like this is a romantic partner. But there's some sort of transformation happening around that. And you're being courted, is what I'm getting. Two of Summer. On the bottom it says, falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. It says, don't give up. It doesn't feel accurate to bring that in there. So I'm just going to stay there. So beautiful. We'll go deeper and find out what that is about. And then the next one is like, this is a different chapter. Is nothing about your love. This is your overall, probably business or just the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, what else is going on in your life. And then we have, the numbers here are ridiculous. And I am such a sucker for the numbers, so I always want to include them. It's almost like I go there first, look at them first. So here we have 8, and then we have 10, and then we have 14. And just give me a moment with that, because 8 is the infinity sign. We have so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth, which means that you're bringing, like 8 is a very strong manifestational number. It shows that whatever you're dealing with right now, whatever you're doing right now, whatever is going on in your life, where you have some sort of focus that you want to see a shift, you're bringing that into manifestation. And also 8 is all about endless possibilities. It just is never ending. It's endless possibilities. Then we have number 10, and I'll show you in a second here what each of these numbers are on top of. Number 10 is all about a completion. You've completed, it feels like a whole era, if you will, pun intended. Hence, you get it. There's a completion of something, and you're moving on. There's a completion, and we're moving on. And then we have number 14, which is my most beautiful number. This is my truth. This is my story. How the number 14 has sort of evolved over time. When I've been working with these numbers, it's like 14 sort of wasn't really anything other than just coming after 13, basically. It is a balance. It's a balancing number, but that's all it was. But 14 lately has become, 12 is the masculine, 13 is divine feminine, and 14 seems to sort of be the next step of energy, the next step of just beauty, just how, if divine feminine sort of is the highest energy and sort of what we aspire to reach, that is sort of almost getting old, if that makes sense. And now it's like there's always going to be new. It's going to be interesting to see then what 15 does, and then what 16, and so forth. But 14 seems to be like the most gentle, precious, honest, real, pure, true. Like when 14 shows up, it's all good. It's you're on the right. We have number 8 with number 10 with number 14. It's like endless possibilities, and whatever you're looking into right now, it's all just yummy. It's all good. Okay, awesome. Those 3 comes out like you're supposed to have 1, but those are 3. So 8 of autumn is what I'm looking at first, and I just want to say this is a little side note. Is maybe the main thing for somebody, but it's a little side note for the general reading. So I just want to say that there's a grandma. I think is more so a grandmother on mother's side. I'm getting the word grandma though. I get a sense that it's more on the mother's side. It could be on father's side as well, but grandma is what is coming through. So for some of you guys, grandma is with you. Grandma wants to show up and really sort of show themselves, like let you know that they're with you. There's something about a quilt. Maybe there's been a quilt that has been passed on, like where we've never done that here. Like we don't have that here whatsoever, but I know it's quite popular in certain countries that you do this quilt and you sew in different parts. Like that was a blankie from that person, and that was a piece of fabric from this person's shirt, and so forth. And there seems to be some significance around that quilt for somebody. Maybe you just got it, or you looked at it recently, or looked at it, remembered certain things or aspects around it. So there's a message for somebody around that, and around a grandma. I don't know if they're particularly intertwined or if that's two separate. It just comes out as grandma is here to remind, and you'll feel immediately that that's my grandma, and this quilt, it's for you, okay? Other than that, I feel like this, for some of you guys, you're looking to your ancestors. You're looking to, it could be as simple as taking a class, looking into something deeper to sort of evolve yourself. It can be literally anything that you study that is for your home your home. I don't mean that you can't sort of grow and evolve if you go to school and study. It just feels like this is something you do to work on your own free time, but on yourself, right? And but it can also mean that you're seeking out like guidance. You're seeking out somebody that has a lot of wisdom on the subject, on the topic. So you're getting a lot of like information from your ancestors. This can even be for some of you guys, because this is a general reading, it's so broad, but what I feel also, what I pick up is that it can be that you literally are sitting in meditation and you're connecting in with your ancestors and you're receiving a lot of answers either through that meditation or coming out of the meditation, sort of going into your day, or through your dreams. So I feel like there's a lot of handing down information, passing on information, pay it forward type of thing, but through the like bloodline, rather energy line is what I want to say. And then this comes out together. So there's something here with this evolving of you, taking yourself to the next step, taking yourself to the next level. And so then we have the wheel of fortune. So, and with number 10 there, again, like it speaks about a completion. And with the wheel, it's the wheel and the world, it's sort of similar. The wheel always speaks about how something has come full circle. We've knutit ihop säcken. We have it's finished, it's done, and we're moving on. So it says the wheel, but then there's and I don't know what those are called, spinnrock in Swedish, where you get all these threads. You're turning this wheel over and over again to get these silk threads, or it can be wool threads, or it can be, and that's very much Sleeping Beauty to me. So it's so much about like how Sleeping Beauty she was asleep for 100 years, was she not? I can't really remember the story, but what I'm given is it's time. You're awakening, or you've been awake for a while, but you're starting to utilize it. You're starting to bring that with you into your everyday life. It's like you put yourself in contact with your ancestors, or somehow, some way. It's like we're passing on the information. You're being given the wisdom, and you're receiving the wisdom. You're more and more awake on your path, and we're stepping into this gorgeous new energy in a new type of way, in a new type of life, and you're bringing the old and ancient wisdom with you and sort of upgrading. It's almost like if somebody was going to do a cover of a song that was recorded like 100 years ago, and you would make that contemporary. Like you would take that into your now time, your present time, and make it be so that it fits now. So it's like we take all this ancient wisdom, but you're talking and living it in a now environment, in a now reality, if that makes sense. So with the wheel here, it's also a wheel of fortune. So it's a lot of happy times. It's a lot of whatever sort of was lingering, whatever sort of wasn't getting anywhere. If there was a business you tried to get up and running, if you needed to have more money, if you wanted to see, and we already had a glimpse of the relationship there, if you wanted to see some sort of love story happen, get on with it, like whatever that is. It's like those delays are over. With the wheel coming out, it's a completion. So we're leaving the old behind, and with the Sleeping Beauty, it's like she's coming out of her sleep now. You're awakened now. You've been asleep for over 100 years, and you're awakened now, and we're moving forward in so many different ways. But the main way is that you're awakened and you're aware in each step that you're making right now. And then we have this balance This card has, excuse me, this card has kept coming out in, I believe, if not 5 out of 5, I will pause the video just for a minute. So I do apologize. I could just continue to jump right in here, but I just wanted to tell you that my little boy is home sleeping. He's not feeling well today. And I figured he was going to sleep for a long time, and he might now do that. I do apologize, though, that it sort of messes a bit with, I hope you're not going to feel too much about it, just the fact that I am now talking about it. I just want to maybe do that in case I have to pause the video again. I just want to make sure and say that, you know, it's not going to affect how I receive or what I give you or anything like that. I just do apologize that I might have to step away to get him again if he wakes up. So what I was saying about this card has come out on numerous occasions. If not for all, you're the 5th reading. And when I start to think about the fact that you're the 5th reading with all of the numbers, is like, okay, so change and life path. So ever since I started with, that's how I've done it with the zodiac signs, like going Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo. And so Leo is the 5th sign as I do the reading for. Only today is the very first time that I'm sort of being reminded that it's the 5th. So it's a strong indicator of change and life path. Like you're changing your life path. And whether that is you changing your life path, because it feels like it's not, you did something completely 100% and then you're doing something completely different 100%. It just feels like you're shifting something, and changing your life path could also mean that you're changing it back. Like you were on what felt more like a true life path for you. We're always on the right life path, if that makes sense. We're always in our life. We cannot not be in our life, right? So we're on our right life path all the time. But what probably you would consider to be, you're off in the ditches for a bit there. So it could be that you're not coming from the ditches, getting onto the right path. You could have been on the right one and you've been off a bit and now coming back. For some of you guys, or it's like finally you're stepping into your authentic truth, authentic reality that you've been wanting to be on for such a long time, but now it's starting to happen. And this card, this balance card number 14, has come out, if not for all 5, at least for 4 of the signs. So there's something with the collective. When something keeps repeating, for me that is an indicator that this is also going on for the collective. And it says balance, if you can't see that, and it's a huge lion head, very fitting for the Leo reading. It looks a bit morbid with this is blood coming out of the mouth of the Leo and into a cup. So we have a cup of love, and it's blood. So I just feel like this is sort of the lion head is passing on. It's like a bloodline. There's the ancestor feel to it again. But what I want to get to first is that this card has come out over and over again, and this card has a very significant meaning for me personally, which I won't go into detail about. I just want to say whatever that means for you specifically. That means for you that, okay, so I'm getting this card, and although it means something for you, it's simultaneously means something for me personally, which is not the message for you, but the overall message. Do you follow me here? Sorry if I'm sounding confusing. It might be that you're talking to somebody else. You're talking to somebody, you're interacting with somebody. You might even in your profession help somebody, and you're talking about something, and simultaneously you're being given within that message a message to yourself, right? So this has come out over and over again, so that I feel like, okay, so for the collective, it's like a mirror effect right now, and the mirror effect probably has never been as strong as it is now, because we're we're becoming so more and more one. We're so becoming aware of no separation. Yet there's the individual, but there's no separation. And so it's a message for you that whatever you're saying to somebody else, within that message, there's also a message for you. Okay? And with balance and 14, everything is in perfect order. Everything is playing out the way it should play out. Everything is sort of going according to plan. So I just want some clarification. I want to go deeper into this relationship first. Falling in love or making a serious commitment. Can we get some? Yes, we can. So we have 10 of summer and 10 of winter. So we have 3. Guys, we have 3. This is 3. Number 10 on the table. It's completion, completion, completion. It wants to tell you how much of a completion your life up until this point, we've reached a completion. And with the wheel, it's also coming full circle. It's almost like we have a 4th completion here. So it strongly, strongly, strongly indicates that we have a completion of your life as you know it. Majorly what you've lived has sort of reached its peak, and it's time to step into the new. Okay? So we're stepping into the new. You're being guided, inspired to step into the new. Okay? This came out around your love life, around this person that wants to come in and court you, that wants to come in and very traditional, ask for your hand. I don't know if they specifically will ask for your hand, or it's almost that feeling of going to your parents and ask for their blessing. Not necessarily. It's like, again, it's like we're taking the ancient wisdom and putting it into now reality version. So whatever, it just talks about a strong commitment. This is not a fling. This is not a clown. This is not a joker, messing about or just being in and out. It's a strong commitment. It's a solid offer from somebody. And because we have 10 of summer and 10 of winter here, and I want to stress, because I got a comment about it for the other reading, I think it was for Gemini or Cancer, where we had, I think it was 3 of winter. And they pointed out the 3 of winter means 3 of swords. And what I got in my mind was three of wands, and not because I know we have swords and wands and all of that. I do not know tarot. I just want to make that clear. What I do here is that I'm using these images and I'm getting my intuition or my guidance to sort of tell me what's going on. And so if I see something, I'm not reading it wrong, so to speak. I am reading it the way I'm reading it, and that's the message. So somebody got like, no, that's not 3 of wands. It's 3 of swords, and 3 of swords is not good. But it was good. It was a good message. They would give, if something is up or something is off, I'm going to be given the message to say something a bit screwy here with the communication. It wasn't. So I just want to make that clear. So when I say 10 of summer, it might mean something to you, or 10 of winter, you might mean, oh, it's 10 of winter, or yay, it's 10 of winter. I don't know. I just want to say the way I view it is the way I view it, and there's no tarot in that whatsoever. So with that said, 10 of summer and 10 of winter, we're in terms of your love life, and there's the second card of those 2 significant cards for me personally. So there's a message within the message. It's like Spirit wants you to, and it's the second time I'm saying Spirit, and I'm just being aware that I'm using the word Spirit. I usually never use the word Spirit. I use the word source. I talk about the universe and source, or my inner being. If ever I say Spirit, so somebody out there, it's for some significance that you're talking about Spirit, or that Spirit is with you. Okay. It's something. Okay, so for this connection, it's something about, sorry for taking a bit of time, I just need to feel into, because I feel like all these 4 cards is the clarifier of this relationship. And the 10 of winter leading into the 10 of summer, this is what I want to say first, because we have winter, and then we have autumn, and then we have we have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So we have all 4 seasons. It just wants to show you that it's like a full circle. We have all 4 seasons. We've done them all. And I want to show you, this is like your alone time is over. This is you sort of standing in the snow here, being a beautiful fairy again. It's a completion. It also want to show you that there's, because this is a huge boat where you and this person are sitting in, and I think this is some sort of guitar. Could be some sort of significance for somebody that there's a guitar here. It's a completion of that as well. It's like they want to wrap up the fact that if you're single, that's over. If you've been in a relationship, or if you've been in a struggling relationship, or if you've been in a separation, it's like whatever form, it's a completion. Completion. And here it's like, okay, so now you worked so much on yourself. You're dressed in, so this Queen of Spring, it has a red border, and you're dressed in red, which speaks about it's a heart matter. Yes, this love relationship is a heart matter, but you've been a heart matter to yourself first. You're dressed in red, which is a new foundation, knowing your heart, knowing your worth, knowing yourself before stepping into this new relationship. And this is all about, this is a green border, but still you're wearing red. So it's like it has been focused a lot on yourself and your worth, and laying a new ground, a new basis for yourself. I see these little flowers here as orbs. They look like orbs to me. It's just so like you're surrounded by super high energy that is just, it's just, they're just with you on this journey, is what it want to tell you. Other than that, this is like integrating fun. It's in 2 of autumn is all about integrating fun in whatever you do. If it has been a bit serious lately, if it has been a bit overwhelmingly much to do, or you're on a timestamp, like you're on the clock somehow, it's sort of asking you, and I think you've done this, it's like you're opening up for it now, to sort of go into more fun, more play. Take 5 minutes to just laugh your ass off. Deliberately go onto YouTube and find something that makes you laugh, or whatever that is. Okay, this has all to do with this relationship. There's a completion of being single. There's a completion of any type of messy, whatever lingering energy that has been with you in past relationships. That's what I want to say. So you might have been in a partnership, and yes, being single, but you know what I mean with being single, but the energy is still there. It feels like you haven't, for the life of you, been able to shake the energy from that last person, or last person. But this is a completion. It's like you're coming out of that now, and there's been a lot of focus on you, your heart, your worth, and now having a lot of things to do. Like it's the feeling of being overwhelmed, but overwhelmed of the good stuff. Like it's the wheel of fortune, complete balance, endless possibilities. So there's like the relationship come in, the money come in, the work come in, the relocation come in, whatever it is that you want to do, new friends, new whatever this is, it's all coming in at once. So it can be a bit overwhelming, but it's overwhelming fun. It's not you're overwhelmed because you don't have money to pay your bills. It's not overwhelming because you're in such a sucky relationship. It's an overwhelmment because it's too much to do of the fun. It's too much to manage before you sort it out. But we have balance, we have the wheel, and we have endless possibilities, which talks about you will figure it out. And if you haven't seen this yet, you probably sense it, that it's coming. Okay? I'm going to move into the extended and look more into both this relationship, what this is all about, and also this great, the wheel, the shift, the whatever's going on for you. Go deeper into that, and then end this extended with a little meditation exercise. And with somebody that said, I don't meditate, I can't meditate, I don't know how to do that. And then I say, if you can breathe and if you can think, you can do this exercise with me. And I think you handle both, Leo. And so it's just to sort of get you to open up that heart, sit in that beautiful heart of yours, and really, really allow yourself to feel that worth and to feel that trust, to allow this shift to happen now, to integrate it into your body. So if that sounds interesting, and you can cut that out as well. That's at the very end of the extension. First, there's a message. So if you want to come along with that, for that, then the link is in the description box. If not, completely fine. Then I hope to see you back soon. I'm so happy to be back. I'm hoping you find it good that I'm back too. Yeah, see you soon. Bye, Leo.